There are people who leave our lives with a goodbye. And then there are people who leave without either of you realizing it's happening. No argument, no betrayal, no final conversation. Just a few missed calls, a few delayed replies, a growing distance that neither person intended. And before long, someone who once knew your daily life becomes someone you haven't spoken to in years. Most of us have at least one person like that. A friend whose name still appears in our memories from time to time. A friend who crosses our mind during certain moments. A friend we always assumed we'd reconnect with someday. Yet somehow, someday never arrives. Life keeps going. Responsibilities grow. Schedules become fuller. And the silence becomes longer than either of you expected. But every now and then, something reminds you of them. A song, a photograph, a place you once visited together. And for a brief moment, you're transported back to a time when that friendship felt permanent. One of the quiet truths about adulthood is that friendship often changes in ways we never anticipated. When we're younger, we imagine the important people in our lives will always remain close. We assume that there will always be another weekend, another conversation, another opportunity to reconnect. But life rarely unfolds according to our assumptions. People move away. Careers demand attention. Families grow. Challenges appear that nobody sees from the outside. And sometimes friendships drift apart, not because they lacked value, but because life pulled both people in different directions. What makes this difficult is that many of us interpret distance as rejection. We assume if someone hasn't reached out yet, they must no longer care. We convince ourselves that too much time has passed, that reconnecting would feel awkward, that the opportunity has already been lost. So we remain silent. Not because we don't care, but because we're unsure whether the other person still does. Meanwhile, they may be wondering the exact same thing. It's strange how often pride disguises itself as caution. How often fear disguises itself as practicality. How often we tell ourselves a story about why we shouldn't reach out when the truth is much simpler. We're afraid of what the response might be, or what it might not be. Yet some of the most meaningful connections in life are not the ones that never experience distance. They're the ones that found their way back after it. Because genuine friendship is rarely measured by how often two people speak. It's measured by the care that remains even when life becomes complicated. Think about the people who helped shape parts of your life. The friend who made difficult seasons easier. The person who believed in you before you believed in yourself. The one who sat with you during moments nobody else understood. The one who celebrated your victories as if they were their own. Those connections matter. Even if time has passed, even if circumstances changed, even if the conversation has been paused longer than either of you expected. Sometimes we assume that because a friendship no longer looks the way it once did, it no longer holds value. But some relationships don't disappear. They simply wait, waiting for one message, one phone call, one moment of courage, one reminder that what existed between two people was real. Not every friendship can be restored. Not every relationship is meant to return to what it once was, and that's okay. But there is something powerful about refusing to let fear make the decision for you. There is something freeing about reaching out simply because someone mattered. Not because you're expecting anything, not because you're trying to recreate the past, but because some connections deserve the opportunity to be acknowledged. Life moves quickly. Years pass faster than we expect. And sometimes the people we miss are waiting on the other side of the same hesitation we've been carrying ourselves. Maybe there's someone you've been thinking about lately. Someone whose name still brings a smile. Someone you always intended to reconnect with. Maybe this isn't about returning to the past. Maybe it's about appreciating the role they played in your story and being open to whatever chapter comes next. Because some friendships leave a mark that time cannot erase. And sometimes the smallest act, a simple message, a simple hello, can reopen a door you thought had closed forever. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.